Geetha, we've talked about this for years now. The bundle's making a comeback, and I guess here it is. What's the price point of this?
We don't know the price point just yet, John, but yeah, you're absolutely right. What was old is kind of new again, right? And it's all about now creating the super bundle. For Disney and Max, this kind of makes sense. I mean, both their products together will definitely have four-quadrant appeal. And I think, why we're seeing this, I mean, there is a kind of a hint of desperation here from all of these media companies, because we know that streaming subscriber growth has kind of hit a wall. I mean, Disney is not really able to get beyond that 150, 160 million subscriber mark. And then if you kind of look at Max, which has been fairly successful, they've really struggled to get past that 100 million mark. So this is about kind of reinvigorating that subscriber growth, but more importantly, curbing churn. Because one thing with streaming that we know is it's really easy to cancel your service, and they're hoping that this way they can kind of keep customers on the bundle.
Geetha, as Danny mentioned earlier on this morning, it's not just this effort, we're seeing it in sports as well. As you look at the companies that are combining, what is bringing those specific companies together versus, say, tie-ups with others?
Yeah, so, this particular instance, John, with the Disney Warner Brothers is actually, I think it's perfect timing, because it's kind of a good setup. You mentioned sports. Both these companies, along with Fox, have that sports joint venture. So they do have a streaming product coming out a little bit later. They have now this Disney Plus Max product. Then they have the sports product. It kind of eventually sets up a path for them to have that super bundle, if you will. And I think that's kind of what they're aiming for here. And so far, what we've seen with bundling is that it does work. So Disney itself has said that about 40% of its streaming subscribers actually take the bundle right now. So that's, the Disney bundle with Disney Plus, with Hulu, and with ESPN Plus. So bundles do work. And that's kind of what they're betting on here.
What about the math of how it works for the company, Geetha? We learned that Warner Bros. Discovery wants to cut costs, wants to raise some of its subscription prices. What happens then if you need to offer a bundle and need to price it competitively to be the super bundle?
Yeah, I think they will. So this partnership here is a little bit different from what these companies have been pursuing. So what we've seen across up until this point has really been bundles more with the telecom providers. So we know like that we had that big Verizon bundle where you had, Verizon was offering kind of the bundle with Max and Netflix, multiple telcos. You had T-Mobile with Netflix. There's obviously a revenue share agreement here. Obviously, what these companies are trying to do is by doing it themselves without a telco partnership, they're obviously trying to keep more of that profit for themselves. But yes, ultimately, it is going to come down to cutting costs. And this helps them to kind of really cut down on marketing costs. Because if you look at just marketing costs for all of the streaming subscription services, apart from content, marketing and selling expenses are actually one of their biggest cost centers. So this really helps them with that when they kind of pool their resources together.